All right, today we're going to put your knowledge to the test. We've pulled together a bunch of essential facts and questions and, well, the challenge is simple. See how many you can get right. So, are you ready to play along?
So, here's the big question, right? How much do you really know? Let's find out together. Think of this as a quick, rapid-fire journey through some must-know facts.
Okay, let's dive right in. Our little challenge here is broken down into 4 key areas. First up, we've got India's identity. Then, we're going to take a tour of its geography. After that, we'll get to know some heroes of history, and we'll wrap it all up by exploring the cosmos and science. It's going to be a fun journey, from national pride all the way to the stars.
All right, first up, India's identity. We're talking about the foundational symbols and facts. You know, the stuff that really forms the bedrock of the nation's character. Let's see how many of these you know right off the top of your head. And here we go, time for a quick fire round. First, the national bird. That's the beautiful peacock. The national animal? The powerful tiger. What about the national fruit? Of course, it's the delicious mango. And last one, this one trips some people up, the national sport is hockey. So how'd you do? Did you get all 4?
Okay, moving on. This next one is a classic, but it's absolutely crucial. What is the capital of India? Go on, take a second and lock in your answer.
And the answer is, of course, New Delhi. It's the center of government for the world's largest democracy. A pretty important place.
So, let's talk a little bit about the structure of the country. You see this number, 28? That represents the total number of states in India. And what's amazing is that each one has its own unique culture, language, and history, all woven together to create this incredible nation.
Almost everyone in India knows the words to the national anthem, Jana Gana Mana. It's so powerful. But do you know who actually wrote those incredible lyrics?
That would be the brilliant poet, writer, and Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore. Just an absolute giant of literature and art.
Okay, so from the symbols of a nation, let's zoom out of it and look at the land itself. For this next section, we're taking a little tour of geography, everything from India's most iconic landmarks to some of the biggest features on our entire planet.
Let's kick off our virtual tour at the magnificent Taj Mahal in Agra. From there, we'll hop over to the historic Red Fort in Delhi. Now, when we talk about size, the largest state by area is the vibrant Rajasthan, which, by the way, is also home to India's largest desert, the Thar Desert.
Okay, now let's zoom way out to get a real sense of scale. So India is a huge part of the world's largest continent, which is Asia. And just to give you even more perspective on that global scale, the largest country in the world by landmass, that's Russia.
And to wrap up our little geography tour, we can't forget about the oceans, right? The biggest one of them all, covering about 1/3 of the entire surface of the Earth, is the mighty Pacific Ocean. That's just massive.
All right, let's turn the page to history now. Because a nation isn't just about its land, is it? It's really about the people who shaped its destiny. So let's take a look at a few of India's most important historical figures and moments.
So, right after India achieved independence, there were 2 key figures at the helm. You had India's very first president, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and its first prime minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. I mean, their leadership really laid the foundation for the modern republic we see today.
You've probably heard this famous slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. It means, hail the soldier, hail the farmer. And it just perfectly captured the 2 main pillars of India. It was such a powerful rallying cry, and it came from the nation's second prime minister, Lal Bahadur Shastri.
And here's another one, another iconic slogan that you still hear echoing through the decades, Jai Hind. It's a simple but powerful call for victory to India, and it's attributed to the great nationalist leader, Subhas Chandra Bose. Okay, here's a really crucial date you should know in India's history, 1885. Why is it so important? Well, this year marks the founding of the Indian National Congress. This was an absolutely pivotal organization that went on to become the main leader of the Indian independence movement. All right, for our final section, we're going to shift our gaze, both upwards to the stars and inwards to the very building blocks of our world. We'll go from the vastness of our solar system to the fundamental scientific laws that govern everything. Let's kick things off with a quick trip around our solar system. So, which planet is zipping around closest to the sun? That would be Mercury. And what about the undisputed giant of the neighborhood, the one that's bigger than all the other planets combined? Yep, that's Jupiter. Now, this next one. What's so cool about it is its beautiful simplicity. You've got 2 hydrogen atoms, 1 oxygen atom. H2O. That's it. It's the chemical formula for water, which is probably the single most essential substance for life as we know it. Simple, yet so powerful.
And let's wrap this all up with one last rapid-fire round. Ready? The discovery, or rather the harnessing of electricity, is credited to Benjamin Franklin. The incredible spectacle that is the Olympic Games, how often does that happen? Every 4 years. And finally, a date to mark on your calendar, World Environment Day is celebrated on June 5th.
So, there you have it. We've covered a ton of ground, haven't we? From national symbols all the way to planetary giants. Hopefully this has sparked a little curiosity and made you realize just how much amazing stuff there is to learn out there. Which really only leaves us with one final question to think about. What's going to be the next step on your journey of knowledge?